Good morning! I'm going live this morning because something clicked for me while I'm out driving. I'm getting really excited about it, so I was like, I'm gonna go in my group and I'm gonna share this. I'm really excited because this whole idea of like doing what feels good is what you should be doing. And it's so exciting. So I'm reading this book right now. What's the name of it? Ask and it is given. I think that's what it is. Which talks a lot about this, and also my business coach talks, this is like her big thing actually, is like do what feels good, don't do what doesn't feel good. And like I understood parts of that and was doing that as well in parts of my life, in parts of my business. Okay, yeah, like this feels good to me, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna act on that. But then there were other parts of me that I just realized like this morning, like I was not paying attention to that, and I was still going along with this idea of, okay, some things like you have to do, like in your business, like this is what was my mindset. You have to do this because everyone does this, or because this is what you do if you have a business, you have to do that. So certain things like, I mean, anything that they tell you for your business, this could be for your life too, like you have to do this. So you just do it even though you hate it and like it just, you have to like force yourself to do it. Those things that you're like making yourself do, that's draining you of energy. That is just like sucking the life out of you. It's causing stress. When you do things that feel good to you, they give you energy. It excites you and you want to do it. And it's a good thing. It's not just like I'm going to only do what I want and not do what I don't want. It's more than that. Those things actually give you energy. It's like your inner guidance telling you this is good. This is like what you should be doing. And you know, I'm trying to collect my thoughts here now. They're all in a jumble. There's so much I could say about this. So for example, when I had my photography business, one of the things, like I was just starting out as my first business. This is my third business, by the way. And I don't think a lot of people know about my second business. I'm determined to be a business owner. That's my passion, apparently. But my photography business was my first business, and like everyone's like, you have to like, there's all these like things you have to do. And one of those things was like you have to write a business plan, and there was like very detailed instructions like how you have to do it. And I hate forcing myself to write stuff, for one thing. But that was just not. I did it. I wrote a business plan for my little photography business, my one-person photography business. I wrote a business plan. It was torture. I hated doing it. I never had any use for it. Because what would I need a business plan for? But everyone says like you have to have a business plan if you go into business. So I did it. And it was awful and I never needed it. Now if you have are going to get a loan or something, yeah, that might be something you need to do. But like that's an example of like something that I was doing because I thought, well, I have a business, so I have to do this. I have to write a business plan. And it's funny to like look back at that now and laugh, but I've continued to do things in my business. I'm like, well, I have to do it because it's my business. Like, this is how I get clients. This is how I do this. No, like you really have to like tune in, check in what feels good, what doesn't. Do what feels good. Again, you're going to be stressed out if you're doing those things that do not light you up and that are like torture for you. And it's again not about doing things that you need to do, like everyday things that it's not just about like procrastinating on things that you don't want to do, or like doing your taxes. Like, okay, some stuff like you have to do, but like the big things, like the decisions, like how you're running your business, how you're doing things, that's when you check in and are like, oh, you know what, I realize like this really doesn't feel good to me. Maybe this isn't what I should be doing. And I think too, like there's so much there's so many like different examples in my life where I could talk about how this is absolutely true. Like if there's one thing that I have learned in my 3 businesses now about what works and what doesn't, is that there's no one formula that's going to work for everyone. I've had a lot of business trainings and a lot of business, I've read a lot of like business books, and like I've done a lot where I've like learned about it and researched it and everything, and the one thing that like I've really learned is like no one way is gonna work for everyone. And the thing is, like, you go into it thinking like, okay, like I'm doing this training with this person, like they're gonna teach me how to do it exactly like how they did. They were really successful, so it's gonna work for me. And then sometimes I've tried things and like, no, it doesn't work for me. That's because like those things that they did probably lit them up and made them really excited, and they got really passionate about it, and that's why it worked for them, because it felt good and that's what they should be doing. But when I've tried to do it, not exactly, maybe a little bit, but then you feel like really bad and it stresses you out because then it didn't work. Like, oh, I put in the effort and then it didn't work. You can get a lot of knowledge from other people, and you can take like bits and pieces from mentors and books and trainings, and like I love learning about business stuff, but then you have to like go from there and like, okay, what really excites you, what feels good to you, maybe take that idea and like tweak it to make it your own or whatever it is. But like there's not one way that's gonna work for everyone, and that's why I love my current business coach, because she talks about this, like it's like, do what feels good to you. Because no one can hand you like a piece of paper and say like, this is what you need to do in your business or in your life or whatever. Do these things and you'll succeed. It's like, no, we have like everyone is so individual and unique. You have to check in with yourself and say, this is like what's gonna work for me. This is what feels good to me. This is what excites me. And this is such a fun way to do things. There's someone, they're like doing some kind of landscaping next to me, sorry. But this is what's gonna give you energy and like keep motivating you to keep working on your stuff, and you're gonna be excited about working your business and doing these things. This is a good thing. Like the more excited you're gonna be about your business, the more passionate about it you're gonna be, and the more you're gonna attract people to you. Like it's kind of so simple in a way, but so powerful. Like this is so exciting. So I could say a lot more about this, and I probably will. But I just felt like I got so much clarity this morning. Like when something clicked, like pieces that I hadn't been applying this to, like something clicked to me, and I was like, oh yeah, like okay, I'm still just doing this because I think like this is what I should be doing, and not what actually feels good to me. And I got like so much more clarity. Like okay, now I know like I'm gonna drop this and I'm gonna do this because I've been thinking about this and I've been excited about this, and like that's such a good thing. By the way, I will be talking more about clarity because clarity is such a huge thing. And I've thought about that a lot. But that will be another video. So I'm so excited about like this like little revelation I had this morning, and I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope it kind of gives you a little bit of like food for thought, something to think about over the weekend maybe, or whenever you watch this. And I'm now off to inquire about some cage-free organic eggs I saw a sign for on the side of the road in the north side that looked like an auto body shop. It's very intriguing, so I'm gonna go check that out. Alright, have a great weekend. See ya.